Here in the UK, this is not something that we're used to doing. However, this is something we do. Having a picnic in a lay-by is our version of a tailgate party. And I want to thank Tiffany over at Mud and Mascara and Tony at Kettle Kitchen for inviting me to be a part of theirs. So I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys one of our favourites, chicken and bacon sandwiches. First off, we're going to start with popping some margarine or butter into a pan and pop in our little chicken fillets so that they can cook off. I'm not too worried about the pan being too hot. I just want them to cook through evenly. It doesn't matter if they're brown and fancy. We just want them to be cooked all the way through so it's nice and safe to eat. Once we've got all our chicken fillets in, we're going to get the bacon into the same pan if we can. Like I said, I'm not worried about overcrowding the pan too much at all. I just want to get all of this cooked off so I can make the sandwich filling. As our bacon starts to cook, it starts to shrink, which makes more room for more bacon. That's what we're going to love, is just popping in another one as soon as there's some room to do it. Once our chicken fillets are cooked mostly halfway through, we can start to flip them over. Now, as you can see, because this is quite a low heated pan, they're not very brown on the bottom, but they are cooked most of the way through, and that's the important thing here. We need to get that chicken cooked all the way through. As meat cooks in general, it does shrink, and now that we're turning our bacon over, we can see that our chicken has shrunk a little bit too, bacon shrunk even more, and we've got room for our last slice of bacon in the pan. Yahoo! So only one pan to wash, only one set up. This is just, you just got to be a bit patient and you can get it all done. Now that our chicken is cooked, we're going to pop it out onto the board so that we can get it cut up into pieces. Now, it's up to you how big or small you want your pieces to be. If you wanted to put them in a food processor, you can do that to make them very, very shredded. However, I like to have a bit of chunk in my sandwich filling so I know what I'm eating. I am actually cooking off these last bits of bacon, mostly because I don't want an open packet. They're not actually going into the sandwich filling. They're going to go into my sandwich for breakfast. So, we've got our chicken fillets. We're going to cut them in half first, and I just cut them into 4 or 5 pieces from there. I'm just trying to show you as simply as possible, because I would do this a lot quicker. Now, Tanny did say that he preferred them to be a little bit smaller because he's eating his sandwich in a van. But that's okay. That's entirely up to your choice, and it's just as easily done smaller as it is bigger or whatever. I mean, even if you wanted to, you could have them the exact size of that if that's what you wanted to do. But for these purposes, we're cutting in smaller. Now the bacon as well, we're cutting into similar sized pieces, because if you are putting pieces into a sandwich spread, it's always good to have a similar sized piece. That way there's not too much texture change. Now while we're chopping up the last of the bacon, I just want to remind you guys that there's going to be a small live giveaway for several prizes on February the 4th. 2023 on Kettle Kitchen's channel at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is around about midnight UK time. To be eligible, you need to watch when you watch the videos, you need to leave comments on each as they use a comment picker. However, there may be extra prizes if you are there live at the live stream watching, or you know, they may use hashtags during the live as well. So it's worthwhile getting in there and checking it all out. Now we're going to put our dressing on our chicken and bacon, and I am going to be putting in 1/3 of a cup of cream, as you can see here. That's double cream. It's what I had in the fridge. You can use whatever cream you've got, don't care. I've also got salad cream, which is a ingredient used here in the UK. It's a sweeter version of mayonnaise and a little bit, you know, sweeter. And also some salt and pepper. I'm not doing anything too fancy with it. I don't want anything too much taken away from the flavour of the chicken and bacon. I want that to be unsweet. So then you want to make sure that everything is well and truly mixed together so that everything is moistened. Now we have actually found that this is better if you make it the day before, as the chicken has time to soak in all that lovely smokiness of the bacon and the mayo, etc. So if it is a little bit dry, it won't be dry any longer. Now at this time during the making of the chicken and bacon sandwich filling, I decided that it really did need something else. And so I decided that adding half a diced onion was probably the best way to go. It's going to give you that extra little bit of bite of flavour without adding anything too much that's going to overpower any of the other ingredients. So all I did was cut the onion in half, diced it up into just general dice. Nothing too fancy, don't have to worry about your knife work here. Just, you know, put it in, do it how you feel comfortable doing it at the size, but at the general size that you would normally use for anything else. Now, if you are enjoying this video, please do give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. And leave a comment, because not only does that help the channel out by leaving us a comment, but also you'll be in to win with the live over on Kettle Kitchen's channel. Now, you have to make sure that this onion is well and truly mixed in. Break it down, make sure that no one's going to get a great big mouthful of onion, of raw onion, because, you know, that's not exactly the most pleasant thing to get in your mouth. And you want to have a nice balance of the flavours. Like I said, normally we would leave that overnight, but, you know, this time we didn't. The other thing is that this is best served with some freshly shredded lettuce, especially the iceberg variety, because you're not really looking for the flavour of the lettuce here, you're looking for the crunch of the lettuce. And iceberg works really well that way. It's not overly astringent, not overly bitter, but you're going to get that nice crunch. So next we're going to get our bread out and we're going to butter that. I'm just making Tanny sandwiches for work here. So, you know, just use whatever butter spread you choose if that's what you want to do. He prefers margarine, so that's what he has. Yeah, so we're just doing 2 sandwiches here. Nothing very exciting. But, you know, just make sure that the butter goes, if you are going to use butter, make it go all the way across to the ends. No one likes a dry crust. Now that our bread is buttered, we're going to be looking at adding our lettuce to the slices. Now you don't want to put too much, because all it is adding a little bit of crunch to the sandwich filling. A little bit of a cool crunch. Lettuce, for some reason, and I don't ask me how it works, but seems to hold the cool, and it's very refreshing and gives you that light. Yes, we have got the crunch from the raw onion, but this is a different kind of crunch, and it just seems to add something. So that's what we want to do here. So we've got our lettuce in a even spread across the sandwich. Now, you don't want to put in too much sandwich filling because no one wants to be ending up wearing it. They do want to eat it. So we're just going to put in a couple of spoons on each sandwich here, and just evenly space it across the sandwich, because it is quite important, because no one wants any dry bread. They just want to have something of everything in every bite. And not everybody swallows half a sandwich in one bite. Let's be fair. Now that it's evenly spread across the lettuce, we're going to pop our tops on. Try and make sure that the tops of the bread match the tops of the bread. Sometimes people forget this and it doesn't sit quite well. Now, it's up to you how you cut your sandwiches. On this day, I cut them just in halves because that's what Tanny generally likes. You can do them in triangles. You can do them in quarters, straight quarters like this, but cut again, which actually Tanny did ask if I could do that for next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for to Mud and Mascara and to Kettle Kitchen for inviting me to the collaboration, and I will see you guys again. See you later. Bye.